Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Tori here. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. Today we are not talking so much about food, but we are talking about emergency preparedness in a positive way, in a approachable way. We can all talk about this without getting argumentative, but some people approach this in a very serious way, and I respect that. But I am a mom to four, and I'm trying to keep it positive and lighthearted in my household. So if you connect with that kind of thing, definitely hit the subscribe button. If you're new, hi, hello, my name's Tori. I like to make all kinds of videos, but at the end of the day, we are trying to save money, and we're doing everything we can to become more self-sufficient so we don't have to rely on larger entities. And I do that because I don't really know. I don't know their intentions. I have a hunch, but a lot of us are on that same page and we have that common ground. The media, everybody around us wants to divide us, but I feel like we do have some common ground in the realm of self-sufficiency. So again, if you like that kind of thing, hit the subscribe button and let's get into today's video. Alrighty, we are gonna go not rapid fire, but I'm gonna try and group them into categories. If you're new to me, I try my best to stay focused and on topic. And you may hear, have a home that's a little bit quiet right now. My husband took the kids for a little car ride and park date, so hopefully I can do this. Let's just get into it. We're gonna start strong with food and water. We're gonna group it into one category. It's super important to have water on hand, and you need to think about every time you drink water or every time you use water. I personally love spring water. I feel the best mentally and physically when I'm drinking spring water. If you don't have a spring near you, that's okay. Try and drink filtered water. I think oftentimes when I say don't drink tap water, people get super defensive, and I don't understand why tap water is treated. And I don't doubt that for some of those chemicals, but ingesting them constantly is not good. So I try and filter every single source of water I have. I filter my shower, I filter my hose for the garden, and when I feed my animals, and just about anything in my home. So I'll have some of my favorite links in the description box down below. And I feel like that's attainable, just like small steps to filter your water. That shouldn't be, some threatening message for anybody. I feel like it's really important to have clean water. That's just my opinion though. And then moving on to food, shelf-stable food. Again, another topic where people get defensive, but I'm sitting here lighthearted telling you that you don't need to can your entire garden harvest. It would be great if you could. I try and do that, but realistically, I don't grow and preserve every single piece of food that we eat. I try and shop discount stores, which some of you are new to me, and that's how you found me. And I know a lot of us don't have discount stores around. So whenever there's a sale on something shelf stable, stock up on it. Maybe buy 5 of that item and spend $5 a week just trying to accumulate food to put on the shelf for a rainy day. It could just be rice and beans. That's a complete meal. You could have some preserved proteins, things of that nature, but there's a lot that you can do when it comes to food preservation. I have a whole playlist linked for that reason, and that's in the description box as well. Okay, and then I do have to pause. I mentioned links. Most of the items that I have are from Amazon. That is my second job. I do a lot of Amazon reviews. Some of the items are sent to me for free and some I purchase, and I'm trying to be as transparent as possible. I've gotten some kickback lately about having sponsored content, and yeah, I'm sorry you feel that way. You're welcome to skip through it. I don't expect you to buy anything because this channel is about being on a budget. But, if a company is coming to me and they are approaching me in a kind way and they want to send my family food or something for my kids that I wasn't able to purchase, I'm going to put it in my video. And I apologize if that offends anybody, but that's the season we're in right now. And, when it comes to having these discount grocery hauls, I feel like it's a pretty easy read, but we may be struggling too. I think we often have this, idea that people on the internet, influencers, I don't consider myself one, but we're wealthy and well off, and that's not always the case. So, read the room. If I'm doing a discount grocery haul, maybe it's because we needed to do it that week and we couldn't afford the regular groceries. So if a company is going to want to send me food or something that we use, I always try and have a good agreement. I look up their practices and I go from there, and sponsored content is just part of things. And again, a lot of you don't truly know me, but some of you have been with me for so long, you know, like my genuine heart. And I have to bring this up like monthly because people leave very negative comments when it comes to that kind of thing. So please know my heart. I don't expect you to buy it. I don't expect you to, you know, even watch it, but that's where it's at. And right now, to be completely transparent, I'm in a program. If you just look at the item, if you just click on that link, I get a little bit of a kickback. So if you want to support the channel and you can't financially do it, or you don't have time to, just click the link, and that would be phenomenal. It's a very interesting program that I'm in right now, and it took a very long time to get into that realm of it. So I appreciate all of you. I have to stop the video and say that, of course, and let's get right back into it. Next on the list are, well, it's gonna be light, but I'm gonna go dual purpose with this category. Find something that can do a bunch of different things. This little number, super affordable, first of all. It was sent to me, which is lucky for me, but we would have bought this if I would have even known something like this existed. This is a Skyfire light, and I will insert some clips afterwards here, but it's a regular, you know, flashlight. It's super strong. My husband, who is in law enforcement, actually might use this on duty because it might be a little better even than his flashlight, which is cool. I don't know. I'm not going to, it's very bright. I will show you in the clips. You can move this part of it and it gets smaller, like very directed or very large. Like we can see our whole woods when we open this up. It charges right here, but it also can be a power bank, so you can charge other things in here. And then the cool part about it is if you push this button and you point it towards something light like a leaf or a piece of paper, it will ignite and start a fire for you. So again, very affordable and also very cool. I'm into gadgets. I blame my dad. My dad's a gadget guy and we bond over things like that. I love that it can stay on the wrist. I'm always losing things. This is a strong cover here. And yeah, I have to mention it, you know, light's important. If you don't want to go this route, you could just have a classic flashlight or candles. But in the event of an emergency, like last week, we lost power and the kids were a little scared. So getting downstairs with my baby on my hip and getting to other kids in the dark is a little tricky. We have solar lights outside, but they're not gleaming and beaming into our home. So it was nice to pick up that flashlight and be able to get down there and then have multiples. I gave them a flashlight and they stayed in the room with them and they stayed on all night because I have rechargeable flashlights. So yeah, think about that. Light's important, but that one's cool because you can also start a fire. So if you're into gadgets, that's definitely a fun one to check out. But you know, light is good. Having candles, having a way to make candles, I've showed you how to do that. That's really cool. If you have a long burning candle, that would be a good thing to have on hand. And then batteries, I'm putting this in here because you need to charge things and sometimes you need to charge those flashlights. So I don't know. I think this is an important category. We've covered water, we've covered food, we've covered light, and now we're moving on. Okay, today I am featuring these power banks from the brand Leeson. I'm not exactly sure, but they're awesome and such a game changer for me, at least. My phone, admittedly, the battery dies all the time. I'm always on the go and I never want to carry chargers with me. So I feel like this is an awesome tool to have. It just plugs in, so this thing charges, and then all you're going to do, plug that in. And then the fun thing is you just take this, and if you have that case that has the magnet, it will hook through there, but I don't. So it just is going to hook to the back of this and it's going to stay on here. This is an old phone, so there's no way I can show you the magnet working, but I am going to show you, hopefully it will, there, yeah, so it's charging. Oh, actually, no, that clicked right on there, so maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, as you can see, the magnet works, but it just hooks to the back there and it charges it up. It's such a quick charge. I love having these on hand. I have some different ones that the brand sent over, which is really awesome. I have a few of their handy dandy tools and we have been loving them. They make that a few different items that I've spoken about before. But yeah, it just comes in a nice package here. And I will show you it popped right out. Of course, it's gonna have, you know, the directions and whatnot, but think about like grabbing a few and then keeping them, you know, just in the event of a rainy day. I feel like in the last week we've lost power, I don't know, maybe 25 to 30 times, and you just never know. And you want to keep those communication lines open, or maybe you just want to play a game on your phone or something like that. It's just nice that this gives you that access, and it holds the battery for a long time. So this is like the pinkish lavender color. Really like that. That actually would match my phone. And yeah, it just hooks to the back here. I do love how slim it is, which is really cool. And of course, it's just gonna come with a cord, and you just charge this up. Say you're charging it with your phone at night, or maybe you're skipping out on charging your phone and you're using this as your battery instead of a supplemental pack. But I really do enjoy it. These lights are gonna light up blue when it is fully charged. And yeah, I highly recommend. Absolutely love this gadget. It's like something I didn't think I would need, but being on my phone so much and just having a little bit more peace of mind is awesome. I'm out and about with 4 kids all the time, so it's nice that I can stay in communication and I don't have to worry about my phone dying. So thank you, Lisa, and this is really cool. Okay, next on my list, it kind of relates to food, and if you want to cook your food in the event of an emergency, it's something that you should think about. So having an electric burner that you could hook up to your generator, that's good. Having, you know, a pressure cooker, canner. Mine's a pressure cooker and it cans, and it can be a crock pot. Again, a dual purpose item that's not going to take up a lot of space, that you can do a lot with. That plugs right into the generator in case we have an emergency. But I do have a lot of shelf stable foods. Meals in a jar is what we like to call them. So there's a protein in there, some vegetables, and then I put it over a packet of rice or a packet of pasta or quinoa, sometimes even beans. And that warms up literally in a minute, and that's a really great thing to have. But if you don't want a home can, grab some of those meals in a jar at the store. So like soups and things of that nature. It's really important to have all varieties of preparedness, and I don't feel like that's talked a lot about, and all of our circumstances are so different, and I feel like that's really important to think about. So something that works for me might not work for you. For instance, I preserve a lot of food and I put it in the freezer, and some preppers do not like that because, hey, what are you gonna do when, you know, you don't have power? I'm gonna try and let that go as long as I possibly can, and then I will bring it out and try and preserve it. So maybe I'm able to home can it. And if I do that, I will water bath over the fire pit. I have a pretty large water bath canner. It's like an Amish canner. I'm in the heart of Amish country here, so it's not uncommon to have one of those. And I feel like it is important to just have that skill to even start a fire so you can cook something without using some device. Next and last on my list is going to be self-defense. So important to have something. I, of course, have a variety of self-defense that I don't really chat about on the channel. I love knives. I'm a knife girl for sure. I love Benchmade and Kershaw. They are pretty pricey knives, but they're worth it. They're very well made. Have a ton of these. Again, I blame my dad. My dad has so many pocket knives, and I grew up with them. I actually, yeah, I have a few stories I can't share on here, but yeah, I like knives. I think they're important, but with self-defense, it's really important to keep practicing with that self-defense item, whether it be a knife or be something else. It's very important to continue your practice just so you know what to do. Run scenarios in your head, think about situational awareness, and think about your specific situational awareness. You know, me going to the grocery store with kids probably looks a lot different than a random person who's solo going to the grocery store. Both could be a situation that you're not prepared for. So think about it in your head, run it through your head, and think about being besides mentally prepared for that, physically prepared for that. Oftentimes, I don't think that's talked about a lot. I am not in the best shape of my life right now, but I try every single day to move around with the kids. I'm in the garden. I'm doing as much movement as I possibly can. And it doesn't have to be lifting heavy in the gym and going on these massive runs. It could be simple movements in your home that really just get your body going and get you in a good mind space. Not to mention, when you're moving around, if you're able, it gives you those endorphins, those feel good movements, no matter how stubborn you are. And I speak from experience because oftentimes, in the past, I was an athlete my whole life and I took a huge break, and it was really hard for me to jump back into moving my body because I felt like it had to look a certain way. I had to get into the gym and I had to have, like the cute gym outfits and be extra careful with each movement. And then I realized, as a mom, whatever movement you can get in is going to be beneficial. So all that to say, that physical really relates to your mental, and I think it needs to be talked about a lot more in the preparedness space. And, I hope this helped. I hope this gave you some tips and tricks to be prepared in the event of any emergency, And this video is dedicated to being prepared when you're in your home. And I have several videos of being prepared when you may need to be on the move. And that is something that you need to think about, but we need to approach it in a positive way and have that clear mental headspace to be able to do that. So bug out bags are really important to have. I have a few videos on that. They're like 72-hour emergency kits. So you're taking a bag for each member of your household and you're getting them prepared for 72 hours. That's a suggestion from FEMA. Not sure how much I trust their judgment on things, but they have some good basic information. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. Please let me know what I forgot in the description box down below. Again, if you check out the links, cool. Thanks so much. I appreciate you. I don't expect everyone to buy anything. I am the budget queen, literally the cheapest person that you will meet. So look on Craigslist, Marketplace, free, try and thrift, ask if a neighbor wants to trade you. Bartering is so important, and having that skill to communicate with another person and really market whatever you do have, market yourself, market your skill or something that you may have physically that you could trade with someone. I think that's a really cool attribute to have. So get out there, get positive, and get part of your community, because in the end, we have so much in common. We just need to get out of our little boxes here and chat about it. So hope you're well wherever you are. Thanks for sticking around. As always, stay adventurous, stay creative. Bye.